What's going on? Welcome to another match. This is Juventus this time, which is another leading team. The leaderboard. What? Sorry. 3 times sorry. Just checking, yeah? We have this. Difficulty meaning pro one. Let's go pros. Oh yeah, the last one was too easy. On the easy mode. Way too easy. Easy but too much. Could you play? Yeah, and this is too difficult, I guess. Especially when there's Edgar Davids hanging around. Anyway. Yeah, also let's start this already in a depth. That's great motivation for you. For everyone. This was a great chance, and you know what? What I bet. This is just what happened. This should be a goal, and it was not, and I bet. The reason why is your percentage, your chance, lowers just by the difficulty. It didn't happen because of the difficulty. Like, not so easy today, no. Even if it was a sure chance, but you just switched the difficulty, didn't you? So, well, on their side, it's danger all the time, and hard to catch up with them, catch him with them. He's on their side now, Ash. Even though we have a yellow dress, is like that would confuse you that we are the ones who, because its main Pokemon was Pika Pika, Choo, not me, but you. Let's try it. Yeah. I don't know how to. This looks nice, yeah. Oi. Juventus doing 4 saves. That's nice, 4 saves, but one more you didn't mention. What happened there? Stop dancing. You had your class. Wait. Thank God she's up with his eyes. His eyes are not balanced. You had your dancing class already. Night. Dancing class. So the aged and more people that decided for some reason to start learning at this age, while they don't even know themselves if they ever or why or when they would use this dance later on. They already know they want. They know that they should have learned this earlier. That would be useful maybe, but now it's not. but they do it anyway as they want to catch up again, or catch them with them, while the age is not adequate anymore and the opportunities are gone. Like the age as you watched Ash Ketchum and himself on with his age is maybe appropriate one to at least start. Maybe you can use it or later on a bit. Maybe it's not even the perfect one, but you know, like starting in advance before, you can't go wrong with it. You will be prepared already, but late. But you know what's said? Yeah, also. Better late than never. And there's never too late to try to start something new. And another is still better to try than nothing. At least you tried. You can say that to yourself. Be more calm than at least I tried my best. In best case, trying your best. In worst case, just trying. But at least, well, in the worst case, it's you didn't try. You haven't tried even. See, we just tried. In my mind, I was like, just try it, this one. I didn't give it big chances. I didn't believe in it. But I had to get rid of the ball anyway soon, and I didn't know what to do. There was no one to pass. I really was like, yeah, just get rid of the ball. There's no chance with this, but just get rid of it, like at least shoot it. Give it to them through the shot instead of like just let them take it from you. So I just pushed the button fast and see what happened. We are tight now. That's why it's important to try just sometimes. Better than nothing, because you never know, and it might be easier than you would have ever thought. It's always just in the mindset where the fears and your own mind is your worst enemy, where it creates all kinds of necessary beliefs and scenarios that never even happened, and you worry about them, and then everything seems more difficult than it actually sometimes is. Unfortunately, with skeptic like me, this is a fault. I don't even need to be skeptical about guessing this because I know it. But I'm sorry he was running. I'm not sorry, really. Sorry, not sorry. In this case, I really did the best thing. At least I tried, and at least I tried on the right side, catching it. So I did my best because he was running alone. So what was I saying though? You can just try sometimes, and it works out. But being a skeptical, see, this is it. I just get lost in my talks and add in something more in between, as I do already again. But I get back to it later on. At least I remember. So being this skeptical, like me, wow, and it's skeptical even though look at the score already. That's skeptical to think about future. Talking about just trying, yeah. Well, that's what we're doing. We're at least trying, you know. But we don't have hope, but we start trying at least, even without the hope. But being skeptical like me and having some experiences, unfortunately, it's not always like I said the first version, where the nice version, where it turns out actually easier than you would. Guess what about past this? But he saved it, and he saved it twice. Unfortunately, it's not as said before, where things are easier than you thought. Most of the time, unfortunately, in the reality is what's what fits to this is saying, yeah, easier said than done. And unfortunately, there are occasions where the opposite happens, where you don't even you don't even expect it to be easy, but you're surprised then how much more difficult or complicated or slow process it is than you expected. Therefore, me being this skeptical, I just already am prepared. This is what will happen. Actually, so at least I am not so disappointed or surprised then. They have quite good defense, I might say. This asked for a goal. If I only aimed quite more dangerously, this was dangerous also. What now? Let's change. I will make this long pass, run and shoot it. This was nice, but he saved it. This was nice action. Surprising. Putting it by long pass back. Well, they wouldn't expect it so much, and then it created some kind of space. Even he was far away, that's why it didn't land so dangerously, but that's why they saved it. Yes, this was so nice, but we're running out of time though. And I hope in this moment, and I guess not, these games were not programmed like this while there's cutscene, it's just cutscene, it's not like run in real time, something in the background, the game itself. Yeah, I just got confused with real. Yeah, but see, the time is running actually. That's what I was scared of, but it's only from the kickoff. I hope so. Because in real football, you know it, yeah, how's it? Oh, they even pass. You know how's it with football, yeah, not only it's unfair game sometimes, where it a lot depends on the referee's decisions and his mood and his reactions, if he was aware of everything and if he decided correctly or if he wasn't, like, somehow convinced they have his finances somewhere in the background to make unfair decisions. Not only this, there's also unfairness with, let's say, weather and but last chance, no chance, never mind. At least we were not disappointed because they stopped us even before giving us any kind of last hope, instead of they're scaring us. But the other thing that's unfair is, in a way, it's how the times running. Yeah, you have your overtimes, you have your overtimes and stoppage times. Yeah, that should be quite adequate to the how long there were prolonged pauses in the match, meaning many falls and substitution. But it's again by the decision of referees how much and how well they count it. And in between all of those, while you're running out of time, they just don't stop running the time while you're running out of time, and they don't give a pause to it to count it precisely. It's running out even in between those pauses.